Hey, how's it going, guys? It is me, Jesse, again, back with BuenoBrew. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to continue that 150 passive income list chosen by Chatgpt, the AI software, and we're going to see if any of these ideas are good. So yesterday, in the last video, we went over dividend investing. And then today, we're going to be going over rental properties, the difference between buying and renting out residential versus commercial properties and the benefits that come with that. So again, I asked ChatGPT, what are the top 150 passive income ideas for 2023? So I wanted to go through each and every single one and share that information with you and give you my ideas. Now, so I'm going to go ahead and minimize this. And as you can see over here, I also asked ChatGPT to give me a sort of a YouTube script for the rental properties. And it's really interesting. I mean, it really breaks down sort of how to go about this. It gives you even like a welcoming statement, like an intro, like, welcome back to the channel. We will discuss all things real estate, etc., etc., etc. And then it tells you, segment 1, introduction of rental properties. And then, talk about the residential properties, the commercial properties, and the pros and cons, and the tips for success, etc., etc. So we're going to go through all those. But what we're going to do first is we're going to jump into residential properties and how that would work. Now, so let's minimize this. And so here we are, we're at Zillow. So what I did was I went ahead and just picked any place in Miami, just wanted to pick a random home that is for sale. So if you were to purchase this and then put it for rent, how much of passive income can you make? And is that even, feasible? Does that even make any sense? So I found a couple quick things. On here, I found this really nice house. It's almost $1 million, 950,000 nearly. It's in Miami, Florida. And it says here your estimated monthly payment is around $6,177 per month. They have a $206 monthly HOA fee, homeowners association fee. This place is 8,200 square feet. The price per square foot is $356. And then, we can scroll down. Zillow's great. I really like Zillow. It gives you a ton of information. And, what's really interesting is this right here. So in 2002, this house sold for $236,000. It was only $89 per square foot. And let me just show you real quickly what this, house looks like. Interior, this is, the kitchen. You have a nice bathroom here. They did a very, very nice job. They have a pool, and they also have sort of what looks like a path to a dock. So you also have lake access, and that's a beautiful lake back there. I mean, it just looks like a very, very nice neighborhood, really nice home. And it was only $236,000 in 2002. And as you can see over the years, the value of the property has increased. So if you were to look at this and you look at the trend lines, and if you were to take away all the potential, ups and downs that are going to be coming in the real estate or have been occurring in the real estate market, let's say this thing keeps on going, in another 10, 15, 20 years, this could be close to $2 million if you follow the if you follow the trend lines. So let's say, almost $1 million. You have to look at the taxes, right? So you're going to be paying $9,801 per year. This was last year. And it says overall your monthly cost is going to be around $6,177 if you were to buy it straight out for $948,000. So what I found is if you're trying to go this path of purchasing homes and then renting them out, and if you are, purchasing a house for the first time, let's say like in Florida, which a lot of states have similar things, there's assistance for first-time home buyers. And as we can see here, there's actually a no down payment option for purchasing a home. So for example, if the midpoint income for an area is $50,000, to qualify for a down payment assistance program, your income must be between $40,000 and $60,000. So the same thing applies for, whichever neighborhood, whichever area that you move into. You kind of take that average, and as long as you fall within that average, you can get this assistance and be eligible for, this assistance right here where there's no down payment. So it says here, a first home buyer who earns less than $40,000 or less can receive a 30 fixed rate mortgage with 0% interest rate and no down payment. Those making between $40,000 and $60,000 may be subject to down payment requirements, but fortunately there are programs to help with that as well. There's also a down payment assistance as well, 3 to 4% HFA preferred down payment grant. The grant amount is based on the purchase price of the home, and unlike loans, grants do not have to be repaid. They do not have to be repaid, which is great. This also talks about the credit score. The credit score of 560. It's pretty reasonable. So a lot of these states have this. So if you want to get into sort of making passive income with, purchasing real estate, purchasing, residential properties, there is assistance out there, especially if you're a first-time homeowner. And there's also, assistance as well, even if it's not your first home. You can just keep looking for, in different states will have this where, you may not pay the full amount of closing costs and, have to put a 20% down payment, et cetera, et cetera. They can help you. There is assistance. Now, so let's say you purchase this $1 million, no down payment, no closing costs, you get everything. So you haven't really put any money down. Now, you do have to cover the monthly costs, but let's say you rent this out for, let's say, $8,100 a month. I know it's a big, could be a big number for some people, definitely a big number like for me, but for a lot of people. But it's definitely feasible. So from that rental, from what, they're paying you, you put a sum aside for, any additional insurances, etc., and before you know it, you're actually making a little over $1,000 in passive income, not doing anything, just renting out the property. So I think that's a great way to make passive income. Now, there's also this, where they talked about commercial property, and I found this one. This one is also in Miami, and this is in Quail Roost Drive. It's around $685,000, and it looks like it's a convenience store. Single tenancy, was built in 1973. It is a drive-through convenience store, which is pretty interesting. And it says here, there is actually a corporate lease with Farm Stores Land Company. There's no landlord obligations. Rent increases every 5 years. It says that, Miami International Airport is nearby. So there's a lot of, when you get into this, there's a lot of information. You do want to check the surrounding areas to see if it's worth it, to see if there's enough foot traffic, if there's enough car traffic coming to this location. And what I see here is it shows a densely populated area of 278,000 people within a 5-mile radius, which is pretty insane. When you look at the actual map, it doesn't look like that, but I guess it is. So not bad. Little drive-through area, $685,000, and you can probably also purchase more land here around it and make it bigger, add some more stuff, and then you just rent it out, and you make some money. You make some money off these corporate, off these this commercial real estate. So it is a great way of making returns passively. So I checked on here, how much can you make with owning commercial property? Just a general Google statement. And it says here, according to Bank of America, commercial property returns range between 6 and 12% annually. That's higher than the average on single-family residential properties, which is typically around 1 to 4%. There are also tax advantages, cash flow opportunities, and equity appreciation when you buy your commercial property. So a ton of ways to make passive income when you are involved in real estate. So now let's go back here and just kind of go through this. So we kind of went over that. Residential rental property host, Obviously, the important things: location, property taxes, finances, property management is really important, especially if you purchase more and more property. You want to get a management company to manage it for you, so it's extra passive for you. The commercial stuff, you want to do market research, property type, tenant selection, property maintenance. So here, the AI talks about the pros and cons. So the pros, you got your steady income, appreciation, tax benefits, and diversification, helps diversify your portfolio. Cons, obviously there is the, initial investment cost. However, if you're really smart about it, you do a lot of research, you might be able to get away with a smaller initial investment, especially if you have a good credit score. Tenant management, that can be consuming, but that's why you want to get the property management company. Property maintenance, market fluctuations, like we had touched on, like there could be a fluctuation in the market and values and all that other stuff, interest rates. And then it shows here, what are the tips for success? Research, financial planning, professional network, and regular evaluations, all obvious things. And the AI even gave us like a little outro. And that concludes our guide to rental properties. Remember, investing in real estate properties can be an excellent way to generate passive income and build long-term wealth. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more real estate insight. Thanks for watching.